Alright, in this video, we'll be talking about the map Riverport and 6 points from my notes and tips for this map. Welcome to the channel. If you are new here, I upload videos from this mobile real-time strategy game. I currently upload replays and some info videos for the game. And if there are any type of videos or content you think would be useful for the community, do let me know in the comments section or in the official WWA Army Discord chat. I hang around there often in the English language chat, so yeah, you can find me there. So yeah, let's talk Riverport. I gotta say, it's a step up from Coastline map. When I just started, I didn't like this map that much because of the bridges and just overall, I didn't really like the map. But now, after unlocking more cards, being familiar with the units, this map is pretty fun, especially when you play long-range tanks. Yeah, let me share with you some of my notes and tips. Let's start with a general description of the map. It is a medium-sized map among the 3 maps with 3 islands separated from each other and connected via bridges. There's the top and bottom island where players' base are situated. On this top and bottom island, there are 2 resource points, and in the middle island, that's where all 3 strategic points are situated. There are also many buildings in between, and also there are 2 resource points, one located on the right side of each player's starting point towards the bridge. There are 2 bridges connecting the middle island to the top and bottom island, and so there are 2 ways in and out of a player's base in this map. For newer players, this map can seem like a lot to handle, especially in comparison with Coastline, but not to worry. I have some points that hopefully could assist you when playing in this map. So let's begin. Point number 1. You only need 2 strategic points to get the victory points running in your favor. Yeah, so even though there are 3 strategic points altogether, you only need to capture 2 to secure a safe victory point advantage over your opponent. Capturing all 3 will not speed up the victory point ticking. However, that will secure a better map control for you. But yeah, you don't need all 3 to start the victory points ticking in your favor. And so, I would suggest focusing to capture and defend the middle strategic point as well as the strategic point to the right side of your map when you begin the game. Why? Main reason being that it is easier to defend these 2 points. The other points that I'll be covering in this video will also elaborate further why I think these 2 strategic points are the ones to focus on. And point number 2, the middle strategic point buildings. So if you look at the strategic point B, the one that is located in the middle, there are 2 buildings that are directly next to the strategic points, and these 2 structures, these 2 buildings are very useful, especially when you have infantry with good attack range. When you insert them in this building, they can be used to defend the strategic point once you have captured it, or you can also use this building to attack stronger infantry units that are blocking you from capturing the strategic point, and you can do this safely with the extra protection of the building. Also, these two buildings in the middle, they can provide good vision for the map. They provide vision to the entrance and exit of two bridges in this map, so that will be very helpful for you to detect incoming units. Point number 3. So after considering the first and second point that I have covered so far, a suggested defensive position would be in the area between the middle strategic point and the strategic point on the right side. So this area towards the right side strategic point, it is a clearing and it's a good place for clear shots for long range tanks, and also this area is easier to cover both the strategic points, and also there is one resource point where you can upgrade its tower. So if you have to fall back, you don't have to retreat all the way back to the base. You can use some assistance from that tower. And also because in this area there are blockades that can give cover for your tanks in case you need to retreat temporarily for some repairs using the engineer, or say you want to block the attack range of some long-range tanks such as Wolverines or the Jagdpanzer IV. These blockades can provide cover. And so after considering all these points that I've mentioned, this is why this area is one of a defensive position that you can consider to try and secure and control when playing in this map. Yeah, so what do you think so far? Pretty intense stuff, right? Hope you are not feeling too overwhelmed. We can take a breather here for a bit, and let me just quickly thank everyone for sticking around and for all the support. I wouldn't have thought of doing all these videos if it weren't for all of you. Also, because of the traction that the channel have gathered, it got me thinking of the content creator role that is open, and it looks like we're almost there. A few more subscribers and I think I will hand in my application. And honestly, when I first saw the announcement that they are open for application, I couldn't be bothered to open the link to see what is in the application form, because I know at that time such a small channel such as mine, nobody's gonna take me seriously. But well, now look at where the channel is, and at this stage it's very humbling to know all of you are here. And hopefully if the channel hits the target and we do get the role, we'll be able to continue making useful videos for the community. Alright, hope you are feeling a bit refreshed now, ready for the last 3 points. Alright, let's go. Point number 4. The two bridges. Use them for defense and also for attacking. The one thing about this map is when you see an assault coming from one of the bridge, it is possible for you to attempt an assault on the opponent's base without going through the opponent's units. Is this risky? Yes, but it is a option available, unlike coastline where there is only one way in and out. You don't have that option, whereas in this map you do have this option. And still in relation to the bridges, point number 5, these bridges can be used to your advantage, and it also can be used against you as well. These bridges can be a choke point where players can delay or block opponent's unit and then use that opportunity to deal some serious area damage. So damage done by storm tigers or priests or mortars, all these units that does aerial damage. This is a spot that you can try and utilize the bridges. I remember once in one of the match that I was playing in this map, a opponent actually used his units as a body shield to block the bridges just long enough for me to be unable to capture strategic points, and he won by victory points. So yeah, that's one way also you can utilize these bridges. And also, point number 6, there are broken buildings in the middle part of the map, and part of these broken buildings can be shot through actually, and there is this other part of it that you can't. So beware of this, especially when you're trying to snipe a unit from behind this blockade, this broken building, because if you command your long range tank to attack from afar and the attack range is being blocked, then this tank might just drive up to the opponent's unit instead of firing from that position. So yeah, good to be familiar with that broken building and be careful with it. And there you have it, 6 points for your consideration when you play in Riverport. What do you think of the points I've mentioned? Do you have other points that you find useful when playing on this map? Can you already visualize what strategy and units that will be especially effective in this map? Let me know in the comment section, and I'll see you in the Discord chat and in the battlefield. Bye!
I want to see nothing but craters.